Let's see what we got. Hello, everyone. It's been a few days. How is everyone feeling? How is everyone doing? Because right now it's time for just a little bit more Majora's Mask. Not a ton. Wow, I almost died. What the heck was I doing? What was I doing to myself? I just almost died. Let me see what we got. I'm just checking to make sure that everything is good to go. It is. I'm not expecting a lot of people coming in. It's a very late night stream. And I wasn't planning on streaming very long myself. We were here. And we scared the little girl. Hello, Enthafin. How are you? How are you doing on this wonderful, wonderful Thursday night? Ew. Thursday. Thursday is one of the worst days, IMO. I don't care much for it. I don't know how you guys feel about Thursday. Hello, Aki. But to me, it's just kind of a... Hello, Nerd Herd! Oh my gosh! I was just saying about how it was going to be a short stream, but then Nerd Herd showed up, and now I have to jealously hold on to Nerd Herd as long as I have him. Welcome, Nerd Herd. How are you? You probably haven't... You probably have no clue what's going on in Majora's Mask. You have no clue what's happening. You feel loved? Good. Good. Because we all love you. We all love you, Nerd Herd. If you throw a bomb... She goes, what the freak was that? What the freak was that? And then we can run into her... We can run into her house while she's trying to figure out what that crash was. Ah, look at that. Ingenuity. And then... Music Box House. Then we gotta see the Gibdo man. Uh-oh. I don't know if this song works. Uh-oh, it doesn't work. So... Not Epona's song! There we go, Song of Healing. I had to remember what it sounded like. I'm just gonna play Epona's song at him. Yeah, would you like to see a cool horse? Would you like to see a nice horse? Welcome back, sir. Father? Father! Yep, we reunited a father and his daughter. Aren't we good people? Pamela? What have I been doing this whole time? Cursed. You haven't been doing anything. You had a bad dream. You were just having a little nightmare. Little nightmares mentioned. Pamela. Look at that. What a nice, loving family reunion. I was gonna talk about things, but then I just started doing the quest. I just started playing the video game. Yeah, we're probably gonna stream maybe, maybe 30 minutes. I don't even know. That even a Gibdo would mistake you as one of its own. That's important. Let them be! Don't you get it? You're so insensitive! Oh, man. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Alright, let's go do the thing up here that I, like, saw last time and then didn't interact with. I saw it, didn't touch it. It's almost 2 in the morning in the video game. And in real life, actually. Both. How's everybody been doing? How's everybody's It's Thursday, right? How is everybody's day? How is everybody's week? I want to know. We're gearing up for Friday. If you are seeking the one who is stronger than you are, you may find strength here. From a group of spirits, lingering regrets. It is impossible in your current state, but once you have eased your weariness and gained faith in your skills, you must try saving these wandering spirits. What do you mean? Technically it's Friday? Yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess that's fair, but not in every time zone. Not in every time zone. Some time zone. Not every. Some time zone. But the time zone I'm in? Yes, technically it is Friday. Oh, man. What was I going to talk about? I was going to talk about something. I was talking about, like, just, ugh. I'm in the only real time zone. All other time zones are fake. Time zone itself is fake. Time zone itself as a concept is bizarre. Like, who knows? Time isn't real. I'm not real. You're not real. None of us are real. Doesn't really matter. But I was at work today by myself again, which sucks. I hate being by myself, but it is what it is. I was just thinking about, like, the concept of stress, I guess. Just being like, oh my gosh, it is such a busy time of the year, and people are, like, breathing down my back, and everybody is, like, going crazy, and all of this is to say that, like, frick, I feel stressed out, right? And I was thinking about, like, the concept of burnout. How everybody's burnt out. Everybody feels it. Everybody feels just a little bit burnt out, right? Just a little bit, either through the constant news cycle, or like through work, or lack of work, or just everybody's a little burnt out. Everybody's a little bit like, oh my god, is this the way it is for the rest of our life? And I was thinking about the stream, this act of streaming, the act of creating, content creation, what I do here. And I feel like we're kind of on a roll. I don't want to toot my own horn or, like, be counting my chickens before they chicken, you know what I mean? Before they go onto the rotisserie spit. But I feel like we're in a pretty good place here. Where are we at? Like 21 followers. In 2-ish months, almost 3 now. Been doing this for 3 months, right? But that means that 3 months I can start dual streaming. I can do this on Twitch, and I can do it to YouTube. Twitch is pretty bad about recommending new channels to people, but Udabay has, it is pretty good about people being able to find it. You may be wondering what I'm doing here. I'm gonna help the ranch fight aliens. That's what I'm gonna do for this stream. Have we already done it? Yes! Yes, we have! Do I have any other plans? No! No, I don't! I want to shoot some aliens! I want some Halo in my ding-dang Zelda game! And you guys are just gonna have to have fun with it, because I didn't have a plan going into here. I did actually have a plan. I was gonna do the house where you fight, the 3 sisters, but I don't know how to get stronger. I don't know how to make him let me fight the freaking sisters. Misters, nipple twister. I don't know how to make him fight. He doesn't like me. So, oh well. But I was thinking about, like, the idea that I feel like we're in a good place here. You know what I mean? But, I'm freaking tired. No, we haven't done any Skulltula houses, and that would be a good option to do, because they give pieces of heart and the giant wallet and stuff like that. We haven't done a single Skulltula house. Maybe we could do that after we shoot aliens. That's a good choice, Inthafen. But, at the same time, I'm freaking tired, bro. Like, just in a cosmic, existential sort of way, rather than, like, a body fatigue sort of way. That's kind of there, too. I don't know if anybody else is feeling it. I don't know if it's just the holiday season. I don't know. Me no know. Me no know your inner deepest thoughts, Mr. Chat. Me no know. But, me tired. And I was kind of like, do I just put it off tonight? Do I just go like, you feel me? Thank you, Nerdhurt. That's why you're the favorite in the chat. You validate my feelings. But I was thinking about it, right? I was like, do I just take a week off? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that because, like, at the end of the day, this is what I enjoy, right? I go to work to survive. I do that to pay bills and get food. It is pure survival. There is no joy there. There is no living there. I am automated. You could stuff my corpse with a voice box and nothing would change. But here, this is where the life happens, right? Maybe that's a dramatic or like, really? Your stream to 6 people is where you feel alive? Yes, baby! This is where it happens! This is where the music happens. And I was like, I don't want to give up what I do to live just to make what I do to survive a little bit easier. That doesn't feel like a fair trade. It doesn't feel like a fair trade. But at the same time, what are we doing tonight? We're just running in a circle around a house while we wait for aliens to spawn because I didn't have a plan. I don't even know if they will. Oh, wait. Hey, here she is. It's almost time. Oh, that's ominous. So, like, I didn't really have a plan for the stream. I was thinking that we were gonna do the ghost house, but I don't know how to get the guy to let me kill ghosts. I don't know if he has to let me wear, if I have to wear the Garo mask to talk to him. The guide isn't helping very much. I don't know. It's like, whatever. It's whatever. I think we're gonna go with Inthafin's suggestion, and we're gonna do, the Southern Swamp Skulltula house after we murder some aliens. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a really good idea, and thank you, Inthafin, for giving me such a good idea that I could steal for my stream. But I was thinking about the concept of, like, being burnt out, because a lot of content creators get burnt out. It is something that happens. But usually they are juggling more, at least more content creation than I am. It feels so lame to be burnt out on content creation without even creating content, right? Because I'm not burnt out on this. I love this. I love coming in and playing video games for you guys and trying to be funny. I'm not burnt out on that. What I'm burnt out on is my stupid daily life. And going to work and stuff like that. That's what sucks. Aliens are here. Aliens are here. And it's annoying. It's annoying to, like, consider that I, like, might just not do this for a while. Because I need to, I don't know, rest up my brain. What a useless organ. Okay? What a useless organ. Name a single species that was made better by having a brain. None. None. Not an animal on planet is happy they have brain. Not one. This is empirical. This is like scientific fact. Brain equal entropy. Sea cucumber? Sponge? Happy. Happy animal. Happy animal. Can't think about anything. Anyways, that's all to say that I'm gonna continue playing video games for you guys. I thought about making, like, just doing a just chatting stream and finding a cute little background for my character to sit against while we talk about how sad I am. And I was like, no, that sounds lame. That sounds lame as heck. Nobody wants to watch that. Put that on the back burner. We'll do the inevitable apology stream later. We're just gonna play some Majora's Mask and have a good time together. I think that's a good idea. I like that these guys drop arrows. I was kind of freaking out the first time I did this because I was like, oh my god, they don't drop arrows. We're not gonna be able to kill them all. But they do. They thought about that, the developers. They're smart. They made a good game, believe it or not. And they did it in a year. They did it in a year. Does anybody have any big Christmas plans? I don't. I do not. We actually got all of Christmas set up, though, in the house, and it's looking mighty festive in here. It's looking mighty festive in here. And no, I don't want to hear anything about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is barely a holiday, right? That might be blasphemous. That might make some of my American compatriots go, oh my god, you're not patriotic. And it's like, no, I love, like, 4th of July. But Thanksgiving just doesn't feel like a holiday. I love the turkey. I love the food. But, like, just have a potluck with your family every now and then. That actually does remind me. I don't know if you guys, if your work, when you go to it, as everyone in my chat does, I don't know if you guys experience, like, your company trying to do, like, this is Employee Appreciation Week. Have you ever had that? Do you guys experience that? But I remember, like, we had an Employee Appreciation Day. I was like, oh, nice, okay. How exciting. And they were going to do a potluck dinner for it, which is exciting. That's nice. I would love to not have to spend money to eat when I go to work. I don't want to have to go to the local deli. I would love to have free food at my job. But, just like all things, there was a catch. Don't work at a big enough place to get hit with corporateness. I guess that's fair. Yeah, you work at a small place. I work at a big place, but you're gonna get a hoot and a holler out of this one. So yeah, we were having a potluck. Yeah, we were having food, but get this: everybody was supposed to bring their own stuff. They were asking the people that. The multi-billion-dollar company was asking the people who work here to go out of their way on their own time to make food for their coworkers with ingredients that may or may not be bought and bring it to work for the potluck. And I was like, oh my god. I feel so appreciated right now. Like, you guys aren't even gonna use that for a tax write-off? Like, at all? Yeah, to show you how much we appreciate you, you may use this room. Our break room? Our break room? Actually, it was kind of crazy. They were doing construction in our break room. I was like, oh, interesting. They were installing a new door. And that means that now the break room has 3 exits, but one of the exits we can't use. I was like, oh, okay. So what's the point of the extra break room door? And one of the guys who was overseeing the operation was like, yeah, it's a new corporate policy. Every single break room has to have an extra exit because some guy in North Carolina went postal and shot everybody in the break room and they only had one door. I was like, oh! Well, I feel marginally safer now, I guess, that there's an extra door in my break room in case somebody starts shooting. And then, the thing about it that got to me was that the guy who was shooting in North Carolina, it was the owner. It was the owner of that location. Like, bro, why are you gonna crash out on your employees? If you want to ruin their lives, just fire them. Just fire them. Why are you gonna come in there and shoot them while they're just, like, eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Rude. Like, really rude. Like, what? You're gonna hire them and then kill them? Okay. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it on several levels. We did it. We won. Thank you. Thanks to you, the cows are giving thanks too. It's almost time for my sister to get up, so I have to get back to bed. See you later, little hero. Isn't that nice? I love being called a little hero. It's awesome. So that's lovely. I was gonna say something about potlucks. But then I got distracted by the door. I have a lot of stories. I love, because I've just been thinking a lot. I've been by myself, cooped up at work for, like, the last 2 days. And I don't have a lot of outlet to share stories. So I have a lot of them just, like, bouncing around up there. And nowhere to put them. But one of the symptoms, like, of, like, burnout is, well, mental fog, for one, as you're witnessing. It's one of the symptoms. But another one is just, like, procrastination. just not doing the things that you're supposed to because you feel like there's not really a lot of point to do so, and that makes your work suffer, right? That makes your work suffer because you're not doing your job. And I feel like my work has been suffering. Usually I'm pretty good. Usually I'm holding down like 3 teams by myself. I'm doing pretty good. But I've just been like, blech. Blech, blech, blech. Very little motivation. Very little motivation to do it. And that's bad. That's bad. That's pretty bad. Should we kill Odalwa? No, actually we do need to travel over there. But I think the worst part about it is that the second that my quality of work starts to tumble maybe a little bit, like, I understand, right? Productivity, it's the only thing they care about. But they immediately just, like, get on me. They're immediately just, like, on my back. Always watching. Always watching. Always keeping someone nearby to make sure that I'm doing the bare minimum. And I'm like, great. I feel so loved. Link? Oh! Link almost crashed! Very scary! Almost lose all progress! Very scary moment for Link. Link almost crashed. Would have been bad. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, I understand. Dawn of the second day. That was spooky. I understand, right? Like realistically, I understand, right? Because the only thing that I do there is work job. And because I work job, they make money. Therefore, when I do bad job, work job, make less money, look bad on all of us, make less money, make corporate mad, people get punished. No one punish bad. Understand. Me understand where people coming from. But at the same time, like, it feels bad. It feels bad as a human being to do a relatively good job. To do a relatively good job for months on end, and then falter once and then have them all go, you want to get fired? Because that's how you get fired. And it's like, oh, you don't love me. And it's like, yeah, of course they don't. They barely know you. You just show up and do a job, bro. But it's like, it would be nice to feel special, I guess. I don't know. It makes me sad. Am I in the right place for Skulltula House? I feel like I'm not in the right place for Skulltula House. In Thafin, Skulltula House. Was I in right place? I feel like I might have been. Yeah, it's down over there, isn't it? Huh. Well, there's a treasure chest over here. You guys like treasure? I think you guys love treasure. You're little treasure freaks. You're little loot goblins, aren't you? Little greedy, greedy monsters. Meow. You know what? Actually, I've been doing. I have not stopped playing way too much Warframe. Just like an insane amount of Warframe. And recently I've been playing through, they have this content called the Duviri Paradox. I don't think Duviri is a real word, but it's pretty cool. And it's, I just marvel at how much video game they managed to stuff in that video game. And I know people glaze the game. People glaze the game. And maybe not all of the glazing is deserved. But there is so much video game in that video game. And yes, it is a farming simulator. That's one of my least favorite aspects of it. How much farm you have to put in your video game. Like, there's already so much video game. Why are you putting so much farm in there, too? But, dear God! The Duviri, like... So... It's got, like... a very weird combat system. Because it's quasi-Souls-like, but it doesn't do a good job of it. Lovingly. Like, the combat's functional. But it's more like Warframe 2014 than it is Dark Souls, right? And the reason why is that you have a gun. You have a gun, right? And it's a gun. It's a gun. The gun has context in the combat system. There's places where the gun can be used to great effect. But for the most part, it doesn't do much. It's like, get out. Go away. It's a gun, right? And it acts like a gun. And it's also a roguelike. So it's like a roguelike Dark Souls. Eat your heart out, Elden Ring Night Rain. Duviri Paradox came first. Wait, I need to get in the flower. I need to get in the flower. And one of the most interesting parts about it is that the builds kind of really Ooh. I don't know how I missed that. That's my bad. The builds kind of really invalidate any sense of nuance the combat has. I need to kill the wasp, don't I? I was content on ignoring him, but I need to kill the wasp. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do, pig. The builds kind of just invalidate any sense of, like, nuance the combat may have had. Because the combat tries. It tries to do, like, oh, you know, it has a parry system, and there's a perfect parry timer. And, there's like, oh, there's guys, and you gotta be careful, because the enemies, you know, they might block. And if they're blocking, you know, you can't hurt them, you have to use your heavy attack. And, you know, like, oh, it's gonna be hard to hit them with your gun, because your gun has limited ammunition. And so they wanted to have nuance in this combat system. And then you get stuff that is like, your bullets deal an extra, like, shot. Okay, so you're shooting twice. And then you'll get, like, a headshot increases damage by 100% for 3 seconds. And that can stack. That can stack. So now you get a headshot and you shoot 2 bullets. And, oh my gosh, we did all of that just to go in a circle? Was that a piece of heart? Wait, I'm not paying attention. What did we just get? We went in a big circle. Did we just get a piece of heart? Am I doing this right? I'm talking too much about other video games. That's the Skulltula house. So, like, the builds completely invalidate any sense of nuance the combat may have had, right? And it's just, like, remarkably easy to beat it. The problem is that each run takes like 2 hours because the open world they have built is so much fun to play in, right? I enjoy, like, my flying horse so much. It's so cool. Like, yeah, I'm gonna run around on my flying horse. Actually, one of the cool things. So, like, the little roguelike elements are called decrees, right? One of my favorite upgrades, other than the resources drop twice, which is, it's as insane as it sounds. Yeah, you're gonna get double resources. Double resources is awesome. Here's the Skulltula house, everybody. I hope you're not afraid of spiders or spider-men. He's wearing the Mask of Truth. Arr! Help me! I'm not a monster! The spider's curse. It made me this way. I beg of you, in here, find them all. The gold ones, the cursed spiders. Defeat them, quickly! And when you defeat them, don't forget the spider token. It contains the spider spirit. If you lift the curse, I'll teach you something good. Hurry, please. This is awful! Alright, here we are in Le Spooky Skulltula house. Le Spooky Skulltula house. We gotta go find all the gold Skulltulas. Do you need the hook shot to kill the Skulltulas? What's that Deku Scrub? It's just sleeping here like a lazy fool. What a pain. Oh, we got one. Yay! My favorite decree in Duviri. Yes, that was literally the one I was going to mention. That is one of my favorite decrees in Duviri. And the only thing it does... Oh, there's a little boy up there. The only thing it does is increases your movement speed by 1% for every decree you have. But the thing is that you can get easily, like, 90-something decrees in your first, like, 40 minutes. Le spider. Le spider. Oh, no. Yes, you easily. You can easily get to, like, an insane amount of speed. Just so quickly. And the thing is that the game, like, your drifter character, your little guy, was not meant to go that fast. And they look like it. They, like, ramp up in speed because they're not meant to be that quick. And then after they've ramped up, they look like they've been sped up through, like, post-video processing rather than being naturally that fast. And there are little moments where, so in the Warframe lore, you have the drifter. They look like rats! In the Warframe lore, you have your drifter, who is the adult version of the pilot of the Warframe. And then you have the operator, which is like the teenage version of the piloter of the Warframe. And at certain points in the Duviri, you will get mirror moments where you have to lead... Ow, these guys are hurting me bad. They're hurting me. You will have to lead your operator into a light as your drifter, and the movement will be mirrored. The operator was not meant to move that fast. And they look like it. They look like it. They glitch out. It's so funny. It's a good game, believe it or not. Like, they put so much video game in their video game, and I've been playing it nonstop. I should play other video games. I was playing Steel Rising. I had a pretty good... oh, there's another one in here. I had a pretty good, like, Baldur's Gate run that I was excited to play, and then I got sucked into the... I got sucked into the mines. I got sucked into the mines, and I can't leave. I am just farming. Over and 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 over I be farming. How many are in here? My bad. This is hard to aim, okay? I got a gold Skulltula spirit! This is my 9th one! I think we can hit him from down here. I think we can hit him from down here. No. I was a fool. But, yeah, that's probably my biggest complaint, is that it takes a lot. Like, I hate RNG. Don't at me. RNG sucks balls. I don't know. Are any of you guys a big fan of RNGesus? Do you guys like it when your chance at loot is completely controlled by a dice roll? Is that exciting to you? Because to me, it makes me want to pee my pants. It makes me want to pee my pants. That reminds me of a story. That reminds me of a story. So, at work, we got a complaint. We got a complaint that someone... Gambling. One more roll, one more. Yep, it does feel like gambling. And I hate gambling. I'm so glad that I just hate gambling. Because I kind of have like an addictive personality. And I like to spend money on things I shouldn't. I love to spend money on things I shouldn't. It's called the ADHD tax, and it's not good. It's not good. And I'm so glad that my brain just despises gambling. It just hates it. It gets so pissed off when we don't get the thing we want. I like that. That was a really good brain wiring. That I don't get addicted to gambling. I just get mad. No, at work we got a complaint. We got a complaint, right? Someone comes up and they're like, "Hey, you might want to check out what's going on in like the company restroom." And I'm like, "Oh my god. What happened?" Right? I was so afraid. I was like, "What happened?" So I don't even know how to tell this story. Someone had an accident. Oh! First try! I'm psychic. I first tried the box, and I didn't read a guide. I promise, swear. Cross my heart and hope to die. This is first try! I didn't read a guide. I'm just goofing. Someone had an accident. It happens. I'm not gonna judge you for having an accident. You're quite weak to gambling. It's your vice. It's your vice. Magic leather! Magic leather for baby! I love gambling. I see a lot of gamblers in chat. I'm worried about you guys. Be careful with that vice, kids. Be careful with that vice. Do we need beans? Do we need beans? I hope we don't need magic beans. Oh, no, we made it there. Ooh, is there just a spider on that pillar? There's just a spider on that pillar. So a guy had an accident. That's not a big deal. Like, I understand it. What is a big deal? What is a big deal is that instead of, I don't know, like calling someone or being like, "Hey, I have an issue. Can someone come help me out here?" No. No. Just took off the pants and left them there on the floor. Left them there on the floor. Just left the poopy pants on the floor. Poopy pants on the floor. There to leave for us to find. And why? RNG win conditions are my favorite. It's now in God's hands. Whether, though my desire to hoard. Yes, exactly. I love to hoard. I love to have things. I love to give things that I have to other people who want things. But you just left them on the floor! Just left them on the floor. And, like, what are we supposed to do? You know what I mean? I got a bug. I went back there, and there were bugs. It's one of my favorite TikTok audios. I used to have TikTok. I don't have TikTok anymore. I should post clips to TikTok. I am morally opposed to TikTok as a platform. It's why roguelikes are fun. Yeah, everybody loves roguelikes. I don't play a lot of roguelikes. Like, roguelikes never really tickled my fancy. No, my bug! I didn't mean to release him! Capture! Capture, bug! He was not meant to be released. I never, like, roguelikes never got to me. I like Vampire Survivors. I like that a lot. I love, like, that kind of stuff. Vampire Survivors is awesome. There's a bunch of speediders up there. There's another one in there. Oh my god, there's so many in here. How many spider? Bad guy in here. Spider time. Didn't one fall out of the... I hit it. Okay. Oh god! B! Okay, we're good. I got spooked. I got spooked. Is there... No, it doesn't seem to be a way to jump on that. This is interesting. How do we get you guys? It's like, I want to work. Like, I want to work with the guy who decided to just, like, I had an accident. I didn't make it to the bathroom on time. So instead of, like, figuring out how to deal with that in a way that is moral, I'm just gonna leave my poopy pants on the floor for somebody else to deal with. That's insanity to me. Like, that's crazy. I could not imagine. I could not imagine. How does one get to that conclusion? How do we get up there? How get up there? Is there, like, something in the garage? Is there something for the lens of truth? Guy says there's 30 spiders! 30! Dirty 30. Can we roll into it? Knock it down? Yes, we can. We can. Look at that. We're so good at spider games. Well, that means we're almost 2/3 of the way there. Because, like, the level of... That's like the opposite of confidence. But, like, they didn't have pants on afterwards. They stole some. They stole some pants. They stole some pants to wear, my friend. They stole some. They stole some pants to wear. I mean, all the power to you, I guess. Fair statement, I think. Oh, some arrows, but that's not what I needed. There's still a spider in this room. Where spider? Found him! They stole some pants to wear. They pooped their pants and then stole some to wear. I mean, I applaud the ingenuity. Let's just say that. I applaud the ingenuity. There's a certain kind of industriousness in that decision that I can... No spider in here. No spider. Spider in here, but no spider in there. But also, like, I don't know, man. Is stealing going to wash away the sin? It won't wash away the brown stain. That's for sure. I'm nothing severe like a spider. Bug. I found a bug. Put the bug in the hole. Is this gonna make the bug come out of the hole? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Look at them go. Little creepy crawlies. Feed me, spider. Yay! We found one. How exciting is that? Okay, let's use our ears. Listening ears. There's another spider. There's another spider in here. Do you hear that? There's another spider in here. Well, we only need 7 more. How hard can that be? Is stealing going to... I don't know, man. Like, I feel like I just would have been... I don't know. I would have been understanding. Like, it happens. And I understand that it's also embarrassing, right? Like, it's not... Oh, it's you. He spooked the bejesus out of me. I understand that it's embarrassing. Like, I know. I know that that's embarrassing. And I'm sorry it happened to you. But at the same time, like, you committed a crime. You committed a crime to wash it away. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. I just don't think that that helps your situation. No, I was thinking about the other day. This is more related to I used to do a lot of like paint counter, controlling paint, helping people mix paint. It's a pretty fun job. It's a pretty fun, it's like it's a good time actually I used to liked being called over there because it's just fun to mess with the machine. The machine breaks often, and people have the most nonsensical answers. But I wanted to share 3 specific instances of helping people mix paint because I feel like it gives the full spectrum of the experience. Right? Like, it tells you everything you need to know about what it's like. Let's do 4. Let's do 4, because, like, this is the full spectrum of paint. Are you guys ready to learn what it's like to mix paint for other human beings? Okay, so we have a pretty fancy schmancy machine. Like, it does its... I thought I heard one. I thought I heard one. It does its job well. It breaks often. And it like spits up on itself and nobody cleans it. Nobody could be bothered to clean that ancient thing. And it's quite testy, but it's a good machine and it does its job. But I remember there was this lady who came in and she wanted a certain color mixed. And I was like, fine, fancy free. That's perfect. I can mix that for you. But she had pre-picked her gallon of paint. And the thing about that is that the machine, I follow the word of the almighty machine. It tells me what base I need to use, right? And I trust the machine to give me the correct base. And the base was not the gallon of paint that she had chosen. It was not even close. She had chosen a pre-mixed pure white paint. And there's several reasons why this wouldn't work. One of the most glaring is that it was pre-mixed. Yes, it may have been a white paint. Oh, this is the wrong freaking mask. Yes, I would like that one. Thank you. Thank you. I would like that one. It was pre-mixed. Can't use it. It already has pigments in it. But when I put it back and grabbed the actual base I needed to use, she put her hand on her hip and she looked at me and she goes, "What was wrong with the one I chose?" I was like, "Ma'am, it's a pre-mixed paint mixture. Like, we can't, it already has its pigments in it. I can't use it as a base. It just doesn't work. I'm sorry. There's nothing specifically wrong with it, per se. It just won't work for our purposes." Does that clear things up? She was still so mad. She was still so offended that I dared to suggest that the paint she chose was wrong. I was like, why are you so I understand it's embarrassing to not know what you're doing. That's fair. Nobody likes to be told they're wrong, but like, it's more embarrassing to be shown that you don't know what you're doing and then double down. You know what I mean? Like, it is more embarrassing, IMO, to be shown that you don't know what you're doing and then you double down harder. You're like, no, I'm gonna be wrong even harder now. And it's like, why? Why? It's not that big of a deal. You just picked the wrong paint can. It's okay. You don't work here. You don't know you just want paint mixed. I don't know why you're mad at me. But, so, like, you got those types of people who cannot be wrong even about things that they don't know. And that's okay. Usually I can deal with them. That's fine. But I had another couple come in. I thought this was so funny. And the bees are dangerous. I thought this was so funny. They were a lovely couple. They were lovely. They were both, pretty elderly. They were in their little riding carts, and the gentleman of the two was wearing his Vietnam War veteran hat. And they were repainting the side of their house for the first time in 30 years. In 3 decades were they painting for the first time. And... okay... how do I wake this guy up? How do I wake this guy up? I think I know how to wake this guy up! They were painting the side of their house for the first time in 30 years, and they needed a specific paint color that we don't care anymore. There we go! We're the best! Yes! But they didn't have the paint color name. They didn't have anything, right? So, you know what they give me? You know what they give me to freaking, like... Ooh. What is here? They give me to use my little spectrometer to make sure that I can give them the correct color. They give me, like, a 2-foot by 3-foot panel of their home to put into my machine to figure out what. So I'm trying to, like, I'm being a good sport, right? I'm trying to manhandle this piece of the freaking house. The piece of their house. I think this is what we do. Yeah? Oh, maybe not. Am I close? To put in the machine to figure out, like, what color it is. But the problem is that the side of their house hasn't been painted in 30 years, and it looks a little dingy. It's not the color that they made it the first time. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, this isn't the correct color. And I'm like, yeah, because the paint itself is dirt. It's got a thin layer of dirt and grime and muck and everything in between. Like, you can't just give me a panel of your home and expect me to be able to extract the color off of it. I thought that was lovely. That was so funny. I got a hoot and a holler out of that one. That was really entertaining. But then I had another lady who came in with the exact square that she wanted. She knew exactly what she was doing. It was great. It was lovely. And then after it was all done, she was like, I need that square back. And I'm like, absolutely, you can have the square back. And she goes, yes. Every single time I paint somewhere in the house, every single time I paint in the house, I put the square into a folder that I keep in my file cabinet, so I never, ever, 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 ever lose what color I painted what. And I was like, oh my god. Like a physical file in your physical home, in your physical file cabinet? That's amazing. I wish more people were like you. I feel like I'm onto something here, but at the same time, it looks like I'm not. There's 3 Skulltula left. And I can hear them, and I want them. And it has to be done with tools that you can get here, right? I wanna find Deku Bomb, maybe. Maybe. I don't have a lot of Dekus. I don't have a lot of Deku seeds. I don't like that. And then we have to find, because is this... No, it doesn't go in. It doesn't go in. Unless I just missed. Now I'm gonna try to blow up the walls, I guess. Because I want to find them. I actually wanted to do the Cremia. I wanted to do the Cremia race, but that starts at 6. I might actually look at it. I might actually look at it because we've actually been streaming for an hour, which is longer than I wanted to. Which is what... That's longer than I wanted to. That's longer than I wanted to. That's longer than I wanted to. Papo papo pa 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 da pa da pa pa po pe po po pa 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 da pa 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 do pe pa da pa pa po pe pa da pa pa po pe po pa 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 po pe pa da pa pa po pe pa pa po pe Ba ba be bo ba 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 da ba da ba ba bo be bo bo ba 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 da ba ba. Okay, found it. You have to roll into the pot. I guess. Yep. Yep, it's hold music. I hope you enjoyed the hold music, guys. There's another one in here. Yeah! Do you guys hear anything? Nope. You guys don't hear anything because there's nothing in here. We did it! By checking a guide, we found it. With our own intuition, we checked the guide. And someone else found them for us. That's called outsourcing. What was I talking about? So yeah, she had this whole like physical file. And then the last type of customer that I had, right? Where's the other speedider? Where's the other speedider? Where's speedider? Where's speedider? Where's speedider? I feel like it's louder towards the center. Do you guys feel it's louder towards the center? Am I wrong? Oh, we're gonna miss the Cremia. We're gonna miss the Cremia thing, which we could do tomorrow if we find ba bo be bo ba 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 da ba da ba ba bo be bo bo ba 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 da ba 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 do be ba da ba ba bo be ba da ba ba bo be bo ba 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 bo be ba ba bo be ba da ba ba bo be. Because I feel like we have... It's just this room. It's just this room. Just this room. It has to be... It has to be... It's just this room. It's just this room. Just this... Uh-oh! Where'd the game go? There it is. Yeah, that was just me splicing the speed run together. Don't worry about it. That was just me splicing the two different versions of the game that I have together. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, because it's got to be on the upper level, right? Do you guys feel confident about that? Do you guys feel confident that it's on the upper level? This is way longer than I had given my... No! Why'd I do that? We were doing so good, too? No! No, no, no. It's not invalidated, because they can't prove I cheated, baby. They cannot prove that I cheated. What do they have? My own word? What do they have against me? My own word? No, but everybody knows that my word does not hold up in court. Okay? It's gotta be in here, right? There's one thing you gotta know. Where's Spider? Me want Spider! Where's Spider? Oh no! We're gonna miss the Cremia thing! Yeah, I'm gonna miss the Cremia thing because I can't find the last spider. I'm so sad. We're gonna have to leave and come back. We're gonna have to leave and come back, do the Cremia thing, and then come back. Because I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Is she in the... I want to go. I want to go do... I want to go do that. We gotta go do that. I know that we were gonna do the Skulltula house. Yeah, Bea's a famed liar. Yeah, of course. I lie 37% of the time. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but when you realize that a third of everything you say is a lie, you start to realize how much that is. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go. I wanna help the lady! I want to help the lady. Lady. Let me help the woman. I just really felt like doing Romani Ranch again in this 3-day cycle. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't know. I just really wanted to do the Romani Ranch section again. Is she in here? Yeah, she is. Okay. Hey. Hey. Yep. Hey, do you want to give me milk? Not Cremia, the cow! I know what that looks like! No, it's the cow! I want the cow! Milk. Yes. The cow won't give milk. Because Cremia is currently milking it. I was just looking at how much hearts I was missing! Honest! Honest! Alright, now we wait here. We wait here. And then we'll go back to the Skulltula house. Okay, don't worry, my precious ones. We'll go back to the Skulltula house. We'll find the last Skulltula. We'll probably have to reset the 3-day cycle to do the well. But if we're going to reset the 3-day cycle, you know what I'm going to do tomorrow? Probably the other 2 Skulltula houses. I swear, Judge, I was talking to the cow. That's not a lie. That is not one of my 37% lies. Actually, tomorrow might be... That's a good plan. We'll hit the 2 Skulltula houses. The Snow Peak Skulltula house and the, Okay. Hi. Oh, good evening. I'm going to town. Yes, yes, I would love a ride. I think we're actually going to do this and pick up the last Skulltula tomorrow. Isn't that a hook for you guys to come back? Wouldn't you like to come back to see me get the last Skulltula? Isn't it infuriating that I'm at 29 out of 30? Don't you want to come back and see me get that last Skulltula? Yes, that's a good hook. Yes, yes, content, 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 content. We're so good at being a freaking streamer. Ooh, how pastoral. Yeah, she talks so fast here. What are the townsfolk saying about the moon? It's bigger than before, isn't it? Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? In town, I have a friend. Her name's Anju. I really like the ingenuity of using both of Malin's models and making them sisters. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. The moon should have a musical number. There's a million billion musical numbers about the moon, but is there a musical number sung by the moon? And I'm not talking about the Kevin Temmer, cause I'm the moon. That's not what I'm thinking of. I'm talking like a slow romantic moon ballad. A slow romantic moon ballad would be pretty nice. I was thinking about just like theater in general. My director for the last show, we recently had our cast party, and he was like, you should be in the next show. And that's always a good feeling when the director goes, hey, I want to see you at auditions. I'm like, oh, if you say so. Final Hours is the moon's lament. Yeah, that's true. The moon does seem really sad about crushing everybody under his prodigious girth. That is sad. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot them with my... Weren't you paying attention? No, I wasn't. The moon certainly has a lack of lines for someone whose face is so prominent. You're distracting me! I keep telling her I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on. I'm just reading chat, not your words. I already know what's going on. I've done this before, in a different Kalpa. I beat you guys before in a race. I love peppering them with arrows. No, touch. 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 I must protect la milk. Oh, God. Nervous! we even get for doing the Skulltula houses? Is it a different reward every time? I think we did it. They only touched my milk a couple of times. But it's not enough for them to have destroyed my milk. They only touched it twice. Mr. Barton was happy to get his first delivery in quite a while. Thank you. You were pretty cool. Thanks. This isn't very big, but accept my thanks. We got the hug! The hug! You did it! You helped Cremia! You feel all warm and fuzzy inside? Sigh. You could get used to this. We got a hug! And it was from a girl! We're so cool. I'm sorry about giving you only this. You already have Romani's mask, don't you? It's proof of Milk Bar membership. Chateau Romani is a little expensive, but please try it at the bar. It was all worth it for the girl hug, guys. Alright, this is where I'm gonna call it. Ingo hit sound.wav. I like that it is wave. My bad. Ingo hit sound.wave. I love calling it wav, but that causes people who like computers to like have an aneurysm or something. I don't get it. I don't get it, but they lose their mind. Alright. I think that that's a good place to stop. On a triumphant hug and one missing golden Skulltula. I bet that little Skulltula's itching in your ear, isn't it? It's just itching in there. It wants to get out. But nope. Nope. Tomorrow I bring the Q-tip. So if you want to see that Skulltula get out, you have to come back tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. I hope everyone has a good night. This was a little bit longer than I expected, but guess what? I ended up having fun. So I hope you did too. Have a good night, everybody.